Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex again with another Disabled Vet's Perspective. I've already done a walk and talk this afternoon, but that was pretty much just a rant based on today's hearings and the stupidity that's going on with that. But there's a bigger picture going on that I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of like when you know something's coming, but you can't tell what it is. The little spidey senses start going off, and the hair on the back of the neck starts standing up, so you know something's coming, but you can't put a finger on it. Well, I want to start out by saying thank you to my new subscribers. I'm not getting all the names. Some people do their subscriptions privately, but I do know I'm getting you, and we're up to 71 now, and if you can tell your friends about me, I'd appreciate that. Um, I won't be able to really start doing any live streaming until I hit 1,000 subscribers, so I've got a little ways to go. But anyway, I just wanted to make sure to thank you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe, tell your friends about me, hit the like button. Try to do all these little things to get around the algorithms that are put in place by their tube. Anyway, what I wanted to start out by was this the situation with Adam Schiff last week during one of his ridiculous hearings. Most of them are. He goes into a little rant about the video doctoring capabilities, and talking about how with new AI technology you're going to see videos and people in videos that are completely doctored and manipulated. Uh, Exhibit A would be over there in the Joey land, just off the west coast or east coast of Australia there. That's a prime example of doctored and fake. But what he's talking about are the drops that I believe are getting ready to happen that are going to put certain leaders into a relatively bad light, is the best way to put it. There are videos that exist that have the frazzle rat exposed doing some really, really nasty, ugly, mean things. And I don't want to get into it too much because you know that their algorithm will pick it up, and then this video will be over anyway. Anyway, a couple days ago in Berlin, we had the same thing happening with Mr. Barry Soetoro. Again, talking about, we've got to watch out for these videos that are going to be coming out that are, I mean, how do they know videos are coming out? Are they getting ahead of something? Telling people, oh, well, what you see in these videos will not be true. The faces will not be correct. These are going to be AI productions, which is interesting because some of the video documentaries and documentation, they're not documentaries, they're absolute snuff films. Some of these are recorded on 8mm and then transferred over to DVDs and things like that. And I'm no expert, but I don't believe you're going to have much luck doctoring or manipulating 8mm film, even in a digital format. It'd be probably, I don't know. I mean, I just believe that that would be too difficult. But I think that these smut films are going to come out, and these snuff films. And when they do, I'm a little concerned about what might be in the plans by the deep state. Specifically, we've had military drills all over this country inside the big cities. In LA, it's been constant. They've been doing it out of Houston. Over there, Channel Squash, I'm so sorry, has been showing the underground over there with a lot of activity, and he's had helicopters going over his house. The reason I bring that up is because I'm former military, obviously, and when we trained for urban assault, we trained for the environment that we were going to be potentially hazarding. And the thing I've noticed is all this training is being done in these big metropolitan cities, and that's called first world. So if you think about the other first world nations that would have a similar demographic and environment, you have to ask yourself, who the hell are we getting ready to go after? And then something kind of hit me that you've got Marines that were training in South Japan, practicing taking a small island with a runway, about 4,000 people on the island total, and these Marines invaded and seized the island and took control of the runway and all this other. And you again ask yourself, what are we practicing and training for? And kind of reminds me of another certain group of islands that may be somewhere around the South China Sea. So I'm wondering what's going on. And I encourage you all, if you see things, put it in my comments. If things seem out of place, if weird activities are going on around you, put them in my comments. Let's talk about it. Let's see if we can expose some stuff. Try to get a hold of this or ahead of it before it happens, because when it happens, it's going to be too late. If we could get a sneak peek somehow of what is planned, then I think all of us will be better off just in general. The last thing I wanted to talk about was the grounding of the 737s. Think about how strategic that was. The reason they're being grounded is because they can be flown from the ground. The fly-by-wire systems can be hacked and flown from the ground. And I'm not entirely sure they're hacked either. I think they are just switched to a ground controller, because the last plane crashes, if you remember, they kind of nosed up, stalled out, and then basically flew into the ground. And most pilots are going to be quite capable of getting a stall prevented by getting the nose back down, or lowering the nose to gain airspeed so they can get the engines fired back up. So these planes were flown into the ground, and I'm guessing the pilots were fighting like hell to get control of it and probably couldn't. But if you think about that now, it conveniently disrupted two massive contracts for the sale of 737 airplanes. One of them was Vietnam. That contract was signed while President Trump was meeting with Kim Jong-un in Vietnam. And then China, just either today or yesterday, decided to scrap their contract. They're not going to make any more installments on their payments to receive their 737s. So why are we screwing with contracts? And the answer might be deep state trying to put sticks in spokes so that they can flip everything topsy-turvy. You get everybody mad that the contracts are not being fulfilled, or the equipment is faulty, and then you get agitation. You get these people, everybody trained up and ready to go so that they can start their false flag wars. And we just gotta watch everything. If you see something out of place, say something. If you want to give it to me on a message or whatever, I'll get it out here. You know, we got to work together. All the other patriots that are in my subscribe list, you got to give them all a shout. Sub to them so we can all help each other reach 1,000. Some of us are already there. Others are fairly new like me. But anyway, these are things to think about. Something's coming. Anybody get any ideas? Anybody see anything unusual? Just get over here and put something in my comments. Let me know what's going on, and I'll try to look into it. I'll try to get it out here on the video, and we'll see if we can all figure this out together. For now, this is it for me for the day. This is the second video of the day. It's a little dangerous having to look at this mug twice in one day. It can be a little hard on the system. But y'all stay in the fight.